Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile.
Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep me put in my pocket. It don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money.
It's hard out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life. So I hustle.
It ain't over for me. No, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you. And oh yeah, we got another Q&A championship week edition. Throw it in the chat. How many championships are you playing in? I'm gonna shout everybody out here in a second. But before I do, let's bring out JC Money Design.
What is up, everyone? Happy first of the year. Time for a new start. I guess not really in championships, but time for a new start in other places.
Oh yeah, let's see who's up in here. Yeah, my boy Zoo Crew and Kingston Gaming Channel in the building. Dawn, don't worry, get to your question soon. Antonio in the building. What up, bro? Yeah, and Chase said that intro goes hard. Hell yeah. And Hess said, what up? Welcome to 2022. We are in the future now. Yeah, Zoo Crew said, what's good, fellas? 3 championships this year. Fuck yeah, dude. Anything more than one is always a blessing. And let's see where it starts. And actually, hold on. I got to get to Patreon because I know there's a Patreon question that got thrown in first. Let's see here. All right, my man Efren, what up, bro? Say, what up, Hustler? Need a flex, PPR, Barkley, Darrell Williams, Singletary. So for those who did not hear, CEH is officially ruled out. So I'm going with double-barrel Darrell Williams.
Let's go.
This in Patreon just in case you ain't watching live. And here we go for my man Zoo Crew. Said pick 2: Brady, Huntley, Lance, Baker, or Wilson. Half point per carry, similar scoring to the Green Bowl. And then Michael Carter, Mitchell, or Evans if he plays. And shit, I mean, Mitchell might not even play either. I'm going Carter for the second one just because we don't know if Mitchell or Evans are going to play. Both are like game. I don't know if it's game day decisions or game time decisions. And yeah, as far as the super flex goes,
It says pick 2.
Yeah, I think I'm going Brady. I think I'm going Brady and Baker, like really, really slightly over Huntley.
I think I'm going to go the first 2.
Let's see. And then Zoo Crew said start Gruger Hill over White, Mosley, or Campbell. I don't think so. I mean, Devin White, I mean, he hasn't been all that he's cracked up to be, but he's still solid as fuck. And then Mosley's been solid. And if you're talking about Devondre Campbell, like, yeah, we're not sitting him, dude. That guy's such a savage. I love Gruger Hill, though. That dude is a beast. Yeah, all right. Efren is in the building. So appreciate the advice, fellas. Hell yeah, bro. All right, here we go, Don. Let's talk about everyone's burning question. Swift. I don't like Swift this week. Like, I really don't. I mean, I know that they let him get all the way right. They really did. But they're not playing for anything. They're really not. I mean, it's going to be an ugly game. I don't think they have have a reason to give him 20 touches. It may be personal bias because I'm going against him in a couple places and I have him nowhere. But we just got to think logically. Are they gonna take a chance of injuring their franchise player? I don't know.
From everything I read this morning, they said they're fucking firing him up and they're full go with him this weekend.
That's what we keep hearing. The coach seems very fired up. But I don't know. Swift is just one of those plays. It could be really fucking great, or it could be really fucking bad because they don't give him a workload because they don't want him to get hurt. All right, let's bring out we got Bogart Scott Free in the building. Let's see what he thinks about Swifty.
Can you dig it, sucker?
High time. Let me see the spinneroonie.
I like Swift a lot. Next question.
Yeah, I do too. You must be playing against him, and are you playing against each other? And Swift is going against us.
The one Swift share that I had all year out of 21 leagues, and I'm in the title game against Hustler, and it's not. Yes, of course, there's the bias. I'm confident about the Swift play, but it's also because of the matchup, the weather. A lot of this, the narrative of the game should be running the ball. And Crazy Dan Campbell, he's been keeping his crazy ass team in these games. So whether it's Boyle or not, I really think you can combat that with the fact that Wilson's been looking hella shitty. You know what I mean? So maybe a not 100% Wilson with the team that they're trying to run the ball a lot should be a low scoring game with a lot of opportunities for the running backs on both sides.
I'm predicting a 7-6 total score in that game.
Oh,
it's going to be ugly. It's going to be disgusting.
I like it. Dial it up.
Let's see where we at. Hess. Oh, wait. We skipped Derek. My bad. He said better stack Dak and Lamb or Burrow and Higgins.
Okay, so I did a lot of work on this one on the Chiefs game. They play a lot of man. They're at the top of the league of playing man coverage, and they're at the top of the league of playing press coverage. And I'm pretty sure Hustler will tell you, if you look at Matt Harmon's joint, the success rate for the Bengals receivers against man coverage and press coverage is at the top of the league. So this is a game that's it's billed for Burrow and Higgins to eat a lot. You know what I mean? Higgins probably is the guy that will draw the number one coverage. And then, it's like pick your poison for that defense, right? Because you still have Chase on the other side and Tyler Boyd. So I'm not worried about the double coverage love or even, their best single cover corner on Higgins because Higgins just been a dog. I'll go with the Higgins Burrow stack.
I have to agree with that 100%.
I'm rocking that one too. I'm rocking the Burrows Higgins stack. And I just checked the weather, and obviously things can change. But as of right now, they're predicting 9-mile-an-hour winds going into the northwest. So we're not really worried unless it starts getting up over the 20s on the winds.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. And then Hess said, anyone know the details about AB playing incentives? No, I don't. You're talking about contract incentives? Yeah. No, I do not.
It's about, so one of the reasons why you could not play AB as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is if you're that shady and you don't want to pay him his incentive bonus, which is like if he plays X amount of snaps. So getting for AB to get on the field, wounded could be a lot to do with him just trying to get, his little percent bonus.
And I'm just reading it right now. I just pulled it up, and CBS Sports had a thing about it. I mean, it's an extra mil over these next 3 games or something like that. Like it's fucking.
He got a lot of child support to pay, man.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't think that Tampa Bay would sit him to spare $1 million.
Yeah, I think that's because of that ankle. That's really what it is.
He tweaked it. He tweaked it in practice. We already said it. Like it was somewhere early in the week. And that's why he didn't. I'm going to go double check. I can't remember if he practiced on Wednesday or not, and that's when he tweaked it, or if he tweaked it earlier than that and he didn't even fucking practice all week.
I think he did practice Wednesday. It was
He did. Yep. So it was Wednesday where he fucked it up. He got in the limited practice on Wednesday, and then he didn't practice the rest of the week. If you practice on Wednesday, a la Lamar Jackson, and then you don't practice Thursday or Friday, that means your shit is fucked. That means it is really bad. Because that's very ass backwards. All right, let's see here. Maddie, what up, Maddie 93, Maddie O'Hall 93. Do I play Kirk, Elijah Mitchell, AJ Dillon if they all play?
Might be Mateo.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm blind. It's pretty small on my screen here.
It's Italian for fly.
Yeah, Mateo.
Hey, Mateo, I forget about it.
Out of all these three, as of right now, don't forget, everyone. I mean, we're going to have more news Saturday night, Sunday morning. But as of right now, I'm going Dillon.
Yeah, because he's talking Christian Kirk here. I think Christian Kirk, he's a guy that gets respected as the number one guy you need to cover. So he will draw Travion Diggs. And yeah, I'm gonna lean Dillon. I like the fact that it's like they went from like estimating it being 5-degree weather to like 0 degrees. So give me AJ Dillon for now.
It's a Dillon time.
I would play.
No. Don't even say that.
Don't. We're talking about the weather. Hey, Jesus Christ, money just won. He's like, listen, let there be Dillon.
He's gonna try to will Dillon into existence, no matter if it takes 17 full weeks. I mean, the thing that sucks about Dillon is he doesn't get the green zone work. I mean, that's the biggest flaw against his game is, I mean, you saw last week, he looked really great between the 20s. A nice average, per run. I mean, what did he throw up, like 80 yards or something like that? But
70-something.
When you don't get any fucking receptions and you get no shots at the end zone, I mean, you have to be really efficient, and we're going to need him to go over 100 yards if you don't get no touchdowns and no receptions.
He did get a few targets, right? Did he get like 3 targets?
I think it was 3 to Aaron Jones's 6, and I think he may have had 1 reception out of all that.
Yeah, so 100% catch rate, and just if that could be his floor, 3 receptions, 80 yards, and with the hopes that he could break one off, I probably would take him over. Obviously even a Kirk. Too, I might even lean him. I mean, Kirk, let's be honest though, Kirk has the highest ceiling out of all these guys.
Oh yeah, because I mean, a couple big plays. I mean, if he gets a touchdown, I mean, that makes it a higher upside than the other two, because I don't think we can count on Dillon to get a touchdown. And what do you think? What are your thoughts on Elijah Mitchell? Now, I mean, we know now, limited in practice all week, game day decision for sure. Like, is that someone you're rocking all the way down, or are you trying to pivot early if you don't have a pivot option in the second half of games?
I have a pivot, so I'm willing to weight him down because Houston is, this is the type of plays I'm willing to die on. It's the Super Bowl. It's the championship. He's playing Houston. I want a running back against Houston. You know what I mean? Like, even in a limited form, he's only going to be one of my flexes if I play Mitchell. And if not, I have a pivot, which would be Mike Williams. Or, it gets even uglier with my man Alan Lazard. You know what I mean? But I got
Mitchell, has he been limited on Friday and still played? Can you remember? He has? Okay.
Yep. He even won a game where he didn't play. He didn't practice all week and then played. You know what I mean? That was here's another one too. Debo was another player that remember there was a couple weeks where he didn't practice, but he would play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is just, that's something that Shanny would do. So the limited practice really made me feel good. And like last week, the talks were that he had a chance to play. Then, but he didn't practice. And this week, he got into practice. So you couple that with that he had a chance to play last week, or whatever the saying was. You know what I mean? It's been trending. So if he plays, I'm playing him. And that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? I mean, he's probably better than a lot of the pivots that people would have. But if you have a better player, I'm playing the better player. Like if Jordan Howard, they're saying it's in the air, whatever that means. You'll hear in the morning. And if you have Boston Scott, I'd play Boston Scott over Mitchell without waiting. You know what I mean?
As long as Howard is out.
Howard was out, because the matchup is nice. You know what I mean? That it's real soft against Washington. You know what I mean?
We got some new news that just came in. Let me read this out now. So for the Patriots, Matt Judon, Bentley, Brandon King, they've all cleared COVID protocol. And we also got Jermaine Pratt for the Bengals clearing COVID protocol. Big one though. Carson Wentz, TJ Carey, and tackle Braden Smith have all cleared COVID protocol.
Mhm.
So we are going to get some Carson Wentz action.
See, so that is how it works. You see that? 5 days would have been tomorrow for Carson Wentz, but he tested negative, so he's good to go.
Because he's vaccinated.
No, because he's I don't think he's vaccinated, bro.
Oh. Well, that's weird then, because I thought they had to take it down the whole 5 days if they're not activated.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, okay, yeah.
Because he went out early, so
It was 5 days, yeah, for him.
there we go.
That son of a bitch, Carson Wentz is back.
I'm still not playing Michael Pittman. I think I would still avoid that. Jonathan Taylor's the only. Well, actually, I think Jonathan Taylor and Nyheim Hines are both smash plays this week with Carson Wentz not practicing all week.
They also got Quentin Nelson. They got what is it? Is it John Kelly? I forget what his first name is, but Kelly's the other guard on the other side. He's back. They're gonna have 3 out of their 5 guys that were missing last week back. So on that line.
Oh yeah, Bruce. What up, Bruce Warren?
I think Eric Fisher's out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Bruce Warren said, "Plan for third in my 18 team." All right, man. The 18 team leagues, those are fucking tough. And Dak and Justin Jackson kicked my ass last week. That sucks. Yeah, Justin Jackson. Anyone who won that lottery last week is more than likely moved on.
Yeah, it was a good play.
What up, Robert? Said, what up, bro? Happy New Year. Toke away. Hell yeah. PPR League 1 for the flex. Renfro, Connor, Beasley, or Scott? All right, bro. This is a Sunday question because we talked about Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard playing and not playing makes me make a lot of decisions on Boston Scott. And Connor, we don't fucking know if he's going to play.
Boston Scott goes from being a flex with Jordan Howard, like a sketchy flex, to a solid back end RB2. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
We really don't want Jordan Howard to play. It would just make things a lot more simple.
I'm mad because I dropped Boston Scott to make another move last night because I was like, man, these practice reports are going against what I know is going to happen. And then today I read it's in the air and I'm like, man, I fucking should have stuck to my guns because I've been saying it all week, on our shows that, I don't think Jordan Howard plays his second stinger of the year. I'm surprised they didn't put him on IR. You know what I mean?
Jordan Howard.
Out of all these plays right here, man,
as of right now. As
of right now, because my answer could change based on this new news. It's either Renfro or Beasley. I'm leaning on one of the wide receivers here.
I would lean Renfro.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going with Beasley this week. I still think that Gabe is the favorite.
Beasley, it's not that it's the favorite. It's that they scheme against defenses. You know what I mean? So if it's a defense with an aggressive pass rush, Beasley he wakes up in those games because he becomes a hot read. The ball has to come out quick. He's always in the shorter average depth of target. You know what I mean?
Falcons have no fucking pass rush.
Fuck no. So that's not happening. It's going to allow Allen to make some plays down the field that that take a little longer time to develop, like Gabe Davis or Diggs, Knox, etc.
I do think that Diggs gets slowed down a tiny little bit by AJ Terrell. I mean, he is one of the better cover corners in the league, but I still think Diggs is gonna fucking eat.
I mean, here's the thing too: is that it's the damnedest thing they don't have AJ Terrell shadowing. Maybe he just doesn't have that in his repertoire. But he just stays to that one side, so they will move Diggs around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's more their defensive scheme than anything. I mean, he's one of those guys who can, depending on who he's going with, take away kind of half of the side of the field by himself. So they kind of leave him on that island there. And then they got fucking Foyo, LaCoon, and Deion Jones, who can cover over the middle, do a lot of stuff like that. Both great coverage linebackers. And I think that's really what it is. It makes their scheme a little easier for everyone else if Terrell could take away half the side of the field.
It was a couple weeks ago, maybe even a month ago, when Carolina played Atlanta again, and then people were asking about DJ Moore and because he had been on a downslope from like the beginning of the year, he just never came back. And then I was like, well, I'm more concerned about AJ Terrell, because when I looked up this kid's numbers, you know what I mean? Because on PFF, I just like to look around, and obviously the grades change every week, and he was the highest graded cornerback, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
he's legit. Like he got hurt as a rookie, and he put up some decent numbers, but like in his second year, like he was destroying wide receivers.
Yeah, he was
on the Falcons, so he's like under the radar.
He was their first round pick last year, right?
I think this is his third. I think this is his third year in the league. Let me see if he was a first rounder.
You're right, but he wasn't a first round, because they always took linemen in the first round the past couple of years. He might be a second rounder.
Let me see. No, first rounder. Yep, drafted in the first round, 16 overall, 2020. So this
was last year.
Yeah.
I was right then. Yeah, because I know they took a corner last year, but the years prior to that, they took linemen in the first round. It's funny because if you look at the Falcons line, it's all first rounders, but they all suck.
Yeah, they fucking missed on all of those.
They tend to miss a lot on a lot of things.
That's when you fly. That's when you fire your personnel scout. You know what I mean? Like, listen, man, you suck at diagnosing line.
Yeah,
you gotta go, man.
Yeah, if you could pick more fucking cornerbacks like AJ Terrell, I mean, just make that the position that you go with, because he was money, that's for sure.
One thing about offensive line too, it's the line coaches, bro. Like they're Bill Callahan. Hold on, is that the guy from I know he's Callahan, but is Bill Callahan? Is it the same name, or am I mistaking him for the guy from Tommy Boy?
Yeah, it might be. No, it's Tom Callahan.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, his name is Bill Callahan. He was around the Cowboys all those years when they built that line. When DeMarco Murray was going crazy, and then Zeke. You know what I mean? He was there. Those were all first rounders. You know what I mean? Then he went on to Washington, and then he made Washington's line legit for a couple years with Kirk Cousins and them. And then, but I wonder, can you look up where he's at now? Because I think he's with Cleveland, bro. And that's why Cleveland has been able to like switch their guys around, because they're down most of their starters all year. You know what I mean?
See if you could do that, JC Money.
Yeah, check that out for me, Jesus Christ. This is just a random Bogard thought. I know the people in the chat are probably pissed. Like, this guy always fucking.
All right, what am I looking up? Sorry, I was trying to look some shit up for the college game today.
Oh yeah, we got to. How much longer do we have that we have to enter those lineups?
Starts at 2:00 your time.
Okay, so we got a few hours.
What?
Okay, we still got 2 hours for that.
Are they letting us choose from all the bowl games today?
No, it's just the it's just OSU and Utah.
Okay, so just the one game.
Yeah,
we'll cover that kind of towards the end then of this show. Make sure we get some lineups set. And Big Kong said Wentz is unvaccinated. Yep, so he had to take it down the full 5 days.
What am I looking up there, Bogey?
Oh, look up where Coach Bill Callahan is currently in the NFL.
Gotcha.
And Derek said, pick one: Burkhead, Howard if a go, or Jarrett Patterson. As of now, I'll go Burkhead of these three.
Yeah, I guess. At least we know he might get some couple receptions.
And he's going to get, I mean, one thing that we do know is he's going to get all the work. I mean, Jarrett Patterson.
Coach Cleveland.
What?
Cleveland Browns offensive line coach.
I knew it. He went over there last year. So Kevin Stefanski brought him over there. Fucking smart, dog. Like, I'm telling you, like, there's some names, when you hear that they're in the building, you could trust everything they're going to do, like in this case with the run. You know that line's going to be great because everywhere he goes, he produces a top 3 line. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Let's see here. And then, so Robert said Miami or the Saints defense. So if you want to play the matchup, like you just want the better matchup of the two, the play is the Saints. But I'm still sticking with Miami, though. Like, man, they've just been making too many plays. They're creating turnovers. They're scoring touchdowns. Like, yeah, Titans, they don't scare me, even though the Panthers are the better matchup for a Team D.
The Titans are going to try to run a lot. now you're dealing with a top 3 run defense, correct? Are they like number 3 or 4 right now? The Dolphins.
They are top 4.
See, so they're number 4, and their secondary is phenomenal. Like, it's gonna be a long day. They're gonna have a lot of coverage sacks here. Like coverage is gonna be so tight. Tannehill's only gonna be able to like extend so long before he's gonna get got.
He's gonna get sacked so many times, dude. It's so crazy. He gets sacked all the time. It's crazy. That's how. Man, what's his highest score this year? What do you think his highest like game was probably this year? Like 18 points, maybe?
No, like I'd say his highest was like it depends
like
on format. Depends what format.
It's pretty standard scoring. Let's just say
I'd say like
4-point touchdown. That's pretty standard.
Oh, 4 points then, man, probably like 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he has had a couple rushing touchdowns,
Yeah. But still, though, we're looking on average. If that's, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's ugly. Like, that's a lot of ugly right there. But it's because everything used to be facilitated off the play action. You know what I mean? And even though they still could establish the run, this is still like a team that is like, able to put yards on the ground. They don't respect the play action.
Well, I mean, you don't have Derrick Henry there to keep the defense from just fucking lining up and all right, let's just fucking blitz every fucking time.
As soon as you fake it to Henry, there's half the guys that are just watching Henry. They're already going that side of the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're already attacking him, whether he has the ball or not, just because he could sell the play action too. Though that's another thing. Is like these other guys. You know what I mean? Like Tannehill, for what it's worth, bruh. You know what I mean? He could sell that play action great. Like him and Henry had it, bruh.
There's nobody there to keep him afraid anymore. Daniel says James Conner, Keyshawn Vaughn, or Marvin Jones in the flex PPR championship. Happy New Year.
Ronald Jones. What was that last one?
Marvin Jones.
No, we're not doing that. It's only Marvin. See, damn, Marvin Jones plays in the earlier slate, so it sucks, man. And plus, I'm not playing Marvin Jones against that secondary. It's the number 1 secondary in New England. You know what I mean? That means that you can't throw on them. You know what I'm saying? And James Conner is just. I don't think James Conner plays, man. Here's my thing. I think he needs to find another pivot. If not, it's got to be the first, and it's got to be a sit James Conner. If he doesn't have a pivot to wait on, like I would look to see if there's a Rex Burkhead out there if I'm him, and because I would wait down, James Conner, and if I can't get him, then I just play Rex Burkhead, who's at least a volume play, even if it's a shitty matchup.
And hold on, we got a Keyshawn Vaughn question.
Yep.
Yeah.
More
questions.
Man, it's crazy because I didn't hear what you guys said. Sorry, I had a call from a family member that I haven't talked to in a while. Had to take his call. He wasn't doing too good earlier in the year. He gave us a big scare. He's 80 years old, but he's back. He is back.
Happy New Year to him, man. He made it.
Yeah. And so I didn't hear you guys' answers out of all this, but is it crazy that I'm leaning Keyshawn Vaughn?
That's where I was going to.
Yeah, no, I'm taking Keyshawn and Marvin Jones, but because it's like he doesn't have any pivot to weight down Conner. But I threw him some options, like if there's Burkhead out there, swoop him. I would weight down Burkhead. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to. Burkhead Conner. And throw in Burkhead because at least he's a volume play, even though it's a shitty matchup. You know what I mean?
I really think I am of the mindset that Keyshawn Vaughn and Ronald Jones are going to fucking eat in this matchup. I bet they run it over 30 times, and I bet it's a split between those two guys. Maybe Le'Veon Bell gets a touch or two just to get his beak wet. But
You mean his revenge narrative beak wet?
Come on, man! Like versus the Jets, like if anything, the Jets want revenge on his ass. We're giving his ass like 60 mil or whatever the fuck they gave him.
Rashad Perriman and Le'Veon Bell time.
Oh my gosh, that's
revenge.
If that's the revenge narrative that we get, oh boy.
That's some super draft pro fun there.
And Nigel, good looking on the super chat, bro. Let's set those trends. Let's get it. Said my team is going to rely on a lot of backups. I mean, shit, yeah, that's how it's going in this championship. Said need an RB and a flex. Jay Patterson, Agumbawale, Jordan Howard, Boston Scott, Justin Jackson, Michael Gallup, Osborne, MVS, and good old Keyshawn.
And at least I'm comfortable saying that Keyshawn at minimum gonna get like 10 carries. I mean, he got 7 last week. I think that jumps up because I've seen this happen with him last year, where they get like the game against Detroit last year. You know what I mean, they let him destroy. You know, like he was already getting touches in the second quarter, like, and then it was all the second half was all him because they smacked so hard. And I see that happen in this game.
And you look at just look at the efficiency. I mean, Ronald Jones, he touches the ball 20 carries, 65 yards. He does get the tug, but it was a short one. Keyshawn touches it 7 times and goes for 70 in the touchdown. Like, I know it was that really big play or whatever, but he's got that big play ability if they get him into space.
It's just the thing is that Ronald Jones got a couple of receptions, and like I know
2. Yep.
Yeah.
Literally a couple.
Yeah, literally the couple. And I think that was the only targets to the running backs too.
It was.
Yeah.
Because they didn't need to.
It was all Antonio Brown that game.
Yeah, I mean, he had 10 receptions, 101 yards,
Okay, here we go. So in the chance that they said it looks like Evans is going to play. I still doubt that. Right? But
and maybe who knows if he's going to play 100% of that game with his fucked up hammy.
Or just be a decoy and not be a part of the game plan, quote unquote, because this is a smart coaching staff, right? You also have an interim head coach because Arians might not clear, right?
Yeah.
Like the game plan is probably Brady and them's like, we're just gonna run the fuck out of this shit. You know what I mean? Hopefully Brady throws a couple touchdowns still because I know it matters to him. Like he will say it doesn't, but I know it matters to him to be in that MVP conversation. So, coming off a bad game. 2 bad games, a really bad game, then a mediocre game last week. You could say it for Brady, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 232 and a touchdown. Yeah, that's a mediocre Brady game.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
that's not a performance that's going to win you the MVP. If he backs up that game with another, I mean, it doesn't matter if they win or lose, but yeah, he throws 1 touchdown and 200 yards. That shit's nothing.
I hope he takes it personal that Mighty Joe Young, Joe Burrow, that this motherfucker just threw for 500. I bet you Brady takes shit like that. He doesn't do with him, but he probably takes shit like that.
I like it, man. I got Brady in a couple spots. We need him to smash play. We need it.
Brady, he was mad when Nick Foles threw 7 touchdowns on the Raiders when he was with the Eagles. You remember that?
Yeah.
He tied the fucking record. It's like 2013. Tied the record with Peyton Manning and some other dude. I think it's like Otto Graham or some shit, right? But like, and then here comes Nick Foles again to beat Brady. Like, I bet you because Brady's the type of guy he's about, like, working hard to get what he got. You know what I mean? Whether it's cheating or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wants all the records, bro.
Hell yeah. Let's see. All right, we'll get back to Nigel's question here. So, you need 2. As of right now, I think I'm leaning Vaughn, and I think I'm leaning. So my answer could change because if Jordan Howard doesn't play, it's going to be Boston Scott. But I think I'm going Vaughn and Patterson.
As in Jarrett, the parrot Patterson.
Yeah, Jay Patterson.
But like a parrot, can he replicate and copy what Gibson does? He's gonna get all the volume, right? It's just, I have to agree with you because, man, you know what? I'd still play Scott even with Howard. I'd play him over Patterson. Jarrett the parrot.
So is everybody all over this Dare Agumbawale just because of the fact that he just went off against the Jets?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of that is. But most of it is like, the big name analysts who come out with like the must waiver ads of the week and stuff. And you know, the Goon was like number one on everybody's shit. But it's like there's too many variables here why I won't put him in my championship lineup. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that they're the lowest in every metric, the Jaguars offense, whether it's time of possession, you know, third down conversions. You know what I'm saying?
Remember when he was supposed to be the guy last year before James Robinson was the guy?
Total yards. No. Well, here's what happened with the Goon.
Didn't he get hurt or something?
This is what happened, is that the Goon was already there from the prior regime. You know what I'm saying? He was already there. You feel me? And then they had this undrafted kid, James Robinson, who was killing it in camp. And then but the Goon, because he was, you know, he had the and Rockwell Armstead above him.
Yeah, Armstead, yeah.
Those were the guys that were like going to take over this glaring hole now because Leonard, right? Or they cut. That's when I started calling him Leonard Foreskin, because he got cut. You know what I'm saying? Oh. It was supposed to be Armstead, and then both him and the Goon get COVID.
That's right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there was no preseason. So it's just like for 2 weeks, no one really knew who was going to be. Remember back then, it had to be like the 14 days and then like, you know, possible 21-day quarantine. That was the shit back then. So those guys were gone, and James Robinson just never gave them the job back.
Yep. He's already had surgery and shit too. Robinson.
Back in 8 to 9 months. And he'll be like a 10th round wonder. Because you got to remember, Travis, if he's still there though, I don't know his fucking contract, because I know he was an undrafted free agent. This would be year number 3. I don't know what's the minimum years. I would imagine it'd be 2 seasons. You know what I mean?
I think it is 2.
Yeah.
Did they extend? They didn't extend him at all when he fucking. I don't remember them extending him. Yeah.
No, they didn't. You know what they did? They went and hired another coach, and then they drafted Travis Etienne in his face.
So stupid. I mean, I think that even if they do play, if they keep them, I think them together would be a fucking cool ass tandem.
I mean, that's the trend in the league. The trend in the league.
They could both be 1,000-yard rushers easily.
Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Stefanski set the trend, like really bringing back the 1-2 punch for real. You know what I mean? Belichick for years, if you could say, he just been hitting people with a committee. You know, 3 different type of running backs, or, you know, 2 with similar style, 1 bruiser, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, shitty for fantasy purposes, but like that, you know, it's just that's how he got down. You know,
one of the best committees now is, you know, Melvin and Williams.
There it is. Melvin and Williams is one. You know, the Travis Etienne and James Robinson were supposed to be one of the ones. You know, before the year started, I had AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones being a tandem, and for what it's worth, they kind of are.
But they're more thunder and thunder.
I think they're both like, it's like more thunder, a little bit of lightning to AJ Dillon, and then like mostly lightning, like a tiny bit thunder to Aaron Jones. You know what I mean? Aaron Jones is a little fucker, but they run that inside zone a lot. That's why he be getting crushed and shit. You know what I mean?
Fucking Dillon, man, he's so big. What up, Miles? Miles says, what up?
Do we skip over this one? Did I miss this one? We talk about Brady's.
No, I don't think we did that one.
What up, Brady? Said any bold Super Bowl predictions? Not really.
Rams, Bills. Because I guess saying the Bills is pretty bold these days.
Yeah. I mean, is it bold to say the Bengals the way that they've been playing?
Ooh, there you go. I like that better.
Rams. They've been on the tear.
Rams and the Bengals.
That'd be pretty insane.
That would be pretty.
They definitely haven't been the Bungles. I'll tell you.
I saw earlier. I made a post about the Bengals. Apparently, they're the only 25 and under tandem that had a 4,000-yard passer, 2 1,000-yard receivers, and a 1,000-yard rusher. No other 25-year-old or under tandem has ever done that in the NFL. And I posted that, and someone was like, "Hey, it's going to be the Cowboys and the Bengals in the Super Bowl."
It's so funny because it's like people are so reactionary. Like, remember when Mac Jones and them they beat up the Bills in the snow, right? Then everybody was like, Buccaneers, Patriots, Super Bowl. It's like, why? Because it snowed a lot, and
Because the mafia said so.
Like, it's just funny.
There we go. And Brady said that's pretty bold, bro. Yeah, I mean, the Bengals are looking good. That I want to see.
Their defense is good too.
Oh yeah, I mean that's probably one of the bigger reasons. I mean, their offense is the shit, but their defense is coming through.
And here's the thing, bro. I'm gonna say it because when Zach Taylor was there with Sean McVay in 2017 and 2018, he was offensive coordinator. Obviously, the mastermind is Sean McVay, but he was there. Todd Gurley was the shit. You know what I'm saying? And Joe Mixon was drafted in 2017. So in 2019, when Zach Taylor went over there, I was like, yo, this is gonna be the Joe Mixon that we want. You know what I mean? But he kept getting hurt. Now him being healthy, bro, it's like Gurley-esque from that year. I mean, I know it's been kind of shitty the past 2 weeks, but all year he's been hella consistent as long as he's healthy. You know what I'm saying? The one thing I don't like is that there's no consistency with his targets. Like, there's no like real reason why I could find out why they're not targeting him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think maybe it's this Burrow just always gonna find the shot downfield. You know what I mean? Instead of the safe, like, just boom, dump it to him, or because they do be having Joe Mixon run routes too. That's the thing.
Oh yeah,
mm-hmm.
And I love Joe Burrow going downfield. It just looks so nice.
He's Mighty Joe Young, bro. I have him in all my dynasties. That's my quarterback and all. And then I have Lance and a couple of them behind Joe Burrow, like single QB shit. And it's like I even have Lance and Burrow in your super flex. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have fun next year. I'm excited for next year because I love Burrow. People were like, "Oh, why'd you take Burrow over Lawrence?" Fuck Lawrence.
Oh, man, I can't get behind all this fucking college hype. Like, I just really can't. Like, I mean, I know JC Money, is going to be all over it, but like, if I see a guy do it in the NFL, I'm going to lean on the guy who I see do it in the NFL versus a fucking rookie coming into literally the worst team in the fucking league.
I mean, Deshaun Watson, it's where he played at school. It's the whole system with him, the same system with Trevor, and they both look like elite quarterbacks coming out, and just they brought in somebody that was not going to be able to train like that. I mean, I don't think that. I mean, what Urban Meyer?
Okay, hold on.
All of these college, I don't care if you play in the SEC or not. If you play in the SEC, what do you play? Like 3 or 4, like really, really hard games out of the year, and then the rest is a cupcake fucking schedule that you cherry picked.
Oh, I agree.
So, like,
I agree.
That's what it comes down to for me. I am not gonna. I'll let JC Money be the guy who gets hyped off of all the college players coming out, but I'm definitely tempering expectations.
Not this year,
Here's my thing.
It's every year.
Here's the thing. It's landing spot.
Exactly.
Look, I'm in the off season. When we were doing like, draft team, like, draft hall reviews or whatever you wanted to call it, draft grading, whatever. I remember when I was looking at the Chargers, right? I don't know who the fuck Josh Palmer is, but then as soon as they got him, started looking into him a little bit. I'm like, okay, dope, because where he's positioned, I felt like, because I didn't believe in Michael Thomas. And also in Dynasty, I know Michael Thomas, it was going to be, they need to pick up his 5th-year option, which they probably aren't. You know what I mean? So, like, that was one of those guys last year. I was like, man, I got to have some Josh Palmer in Dynasty. You know what I mean? And, like, I would let him fall when whoever got him before me, I'd be like, that motherfucker's smart. You know what I mean? Because that receivers in Dynasty are where it's at. I also think in Dynasty, when you're in a draft, in the rookie draft, it's got to be needs or best player, etc. But if I need a running back, I'm going to get a young running back. You know what I mean? Because that's another thing.
I think the Bengals were one of the only that bucked the system. Well, I mean, not the only one. I mean, Waddle, that was someone they probably needed someone else besides him. But the Chase and Waddle picks, those were definitely like want picks, not need picks for their squads.
You know what that is? That's the QB having some say in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get my dude from college.
Yeah. Like, and here's the thing too, is it really takes a younger coach, like a Zach Taylor or even a Brian Flores to be like, or even in that sense, Nick Sirianni, because they got Devontae Smith to
Jalen Hurts.
You know what I mean?
Play
That's
together.
because these older coaches wouldn't just do that. You know what I mean? Like these older coaches wouldn't just do that. You know what I mean? The old school guys. You know what I mean? They'd be like, "Shut the fuck up! You're a fucking." You know what I mean? Like
they should have said to Patrick Mahomes when he said, "Wow," because I wasn't even his dude. He was just like, "Go out and get this guy. He's dope."
Yeah. No, I think they were together in like Texas. I think I don't know if someone could probably fact check me on this, but I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire, they were together in like Texas Tech or something like that. And then eventually Clyde ended up at LSU. I'm not sure if the first part's true, but I knew they knew each other, and he was the hot running back in that class. But see, that's a bad case.
He only played at LSU.
Okay, so this is where. So I was wrong about the other part. So this is where Andy Reid, as the old school coach, shouldn't have done the young shit. He shouldn't have fucking asked Patrick Mahomes, because they know for damn sure that they were looking at Jonathan Taylor, and they took the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. They'd
be so nasty if they had Jonathan Taylor right now.
Hey,
Yeah,
it would be unfair. But hey, check this out. Is Darrell Williams? Is our man Double Barrel Darrell? Was he a LSU running back?
Let me go check.
Because if he is, that's funny, because he's the better one that they got.
He was LSU.
Look at how I know this shit. What do you know? Hey, they're like, listen, we clearly got Double Barrel Darrell as the better LSU running back.
Let's see here. Yep. Yeah. Went to LSU 2015, 16, 17. So he was the dude at LSU right before Clyde. Nigel, good looking on the super chat, bro. Said, I like Patterson and Agumbawale. Just the volume they will have trumps the others. Even if they do trail early, they'll both they're both passing RBs. I'm nervous about Agumbawale, man. Like, I mean, yeah, it's going to be volume, but it's going to be volume without 4 out of their 5 starting linemen. They're literally going to be rolling out like third string offensive linemen out there, and versus the Patriots, who just activated like 5 of their starting defenders, like off of the COVID reserve. Like it's going to be ugly for Agumbawale.
The goon.
If you want to tell me, does it have trap game potential? I would say yes, but there's too many pieces, because the Jags have upset the Bills at one point this year, right? Yeah. But I'm not saying that's going to happen here. I'm just saying it's not like I'd give it like a 10% chance that they could go out there and trump them, because Darrell Bevell, he's came up with game plans to trump Bill Belichick's defense before. I've seen him do it. Does he have the personnel? Fuck no. You know, the line, hella bad. You know what I'm saying?
Horrible. It is horrible. So yeah, anyone who's starting Agumbawale, I mean, I'm just hold your breath and don't watch the game. Like, do not watch that game. Don't track the stats. Just wait until the end.
I'm okay with being wrong about the goon. Like, I'm okay with being wrong about the goon. If the goon is the miracle play of 2022, just to start off 2022 with a bang, with the goon play, I don't know. That's just not me. I'm always just gonna go with my process. And my process doesn't have this one as a play. You know what I mean? You know, because I know he's came in here and he's asked this one several times, which I get, because he's been mowing this over for this entirety of the week. Because, you know what I mean? It's like
this is big.
It's the big one. It's the last one. Hit the drop.
Last game of the year. Can't hold anything back now.
That's what it comes down to. Can't hold anything back now. But it's not like Agumbawale is like, you know, brand new, fresh, like in the NFL or anything like that. Like, that's another thing. I mean, dude's been playing since 2017.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's never been higher than like 4th on the depth chart unless injuries came into play.
Hey, he had a couple moments with the Buccaneers. You know what I mean?
When?
With Jameis Winston. Because that's where he was at. The goon.
Oh, yeah, he was
there before Rojo.
Mm-hmm. And he only did what's it called? He was only the receiving back there too.
Yep.
because he only had 11 attempts for 17 yards rushing that entire year, but had 35 receptions for 286.
I said,
I mean, that's his stretch of doing good. You got to go back to Tampa and Winston. Like, he's never done good besides that. His first 2 years, he didn't even fucking play.
What do you mean? He just went off.
Well, one game, okay. Well, that's what I'm saying.
But it was against the Jets. That's I was just trying to set up and spike my own shit. Yeah, it was against the Jets. You know what I mean? They're literally how many rushing touchdowns they give us this year? Like 24. It's the lead in the league. They get killed by running backs. That's the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets have only had. Okay, here, you want to hear this? Okay, so the Jets, they've only had 3 games where they did not give up a top 12 performance to the running backs. Want to know what one of those teams were? The Jacksonville Jaguars.
The Jaguars.
Oh, yeah. Where was that? Was that in London?
No, that was last week.
Oh, that's right. Duh. Oh, yeah. No, the Jets played the Falcons in London.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, as good as he did, their entire squad, you know, they didn't even give up top 12 points to the whole running back tandem over there, let alone just a Goombawale by himself.
The Goombawale.
I'm glad. You know what's crazy is I'm about to say this and then it's going to happen, right? But we haven't really got any Javonte Williams questions yet today, right? But like,
thank God. I don't want to answer Javonte Williams questions because I don't want to answer with my heart. I don't want to answer with my heart.
I'm like, no Javonte questions today.
No, you live or die on Javonte. Like, don't put me in that precarious position. Do not do it, please. Don't do it.
He's been one of the guys we championed all year, and we only got one game where we got to see it, and then the coaching was like, no, we do 1-2 punches. Yeah.
I hate the Broncos.
And Melvin's still the guy.
He sucks.
I should have known this. Remember Pat Shurmur? When he had Adrian Peterson, you have Adrian Peterson, right? But when he went down, we're like, Jerick McKinnon and PPR. But then it'd be like, damn, fucking Matt Asiata comes in and gets like 2 touchdowns a game, but he has like 12 yards rushing. You know what I mean? I was like, what is going on? But that's kind of this is another version of that. Because that was Pat Shurmur then in Minnesota.
Yeah. And Hess said Dan Reeves, R.I.P. Man.
Peace, man. Hell of a coach. One of the last coaches to wear the suits on the side, bro. Motherfuckers need to bring that back, bro.
Yeah.
Wear suit. You know what? Fuck you. Wear some Jordans with your suit. You know, you might need to run down the sideline. Fuck you, but wear a fly ass suit, bro.
Nah.
Belichick would have to rip his up though.
He would just have his would be a tearaway where it's just got the sweats underneath and everything. He'd come out with it and just rip it off after there's one bad play or something. He would just rip that shit off.
Nah, bro, he has the hoodie, like he has everything the same.
He has stuffed under it, all tight.
Yeah, everything the same, and he has a blazer on. The blazer, missing the sleeve.
You remember in the Santa Claus when after he starts getting all puffy, you know, and then he goes into the work meeting and he's got the blazer on, but it's nothing but sweats underneath. Like that's how I imagine Bill Belichick.
But the blazer got no sleeves though. You feel me?
There we go. Peacock Championship Week is upon us. Let's get it. Eat these W's.
Yes, man. By the grace of the fantasy gods, if it's my destiny, it's my destiny.
You got it.
Sherman says, how you feel about Corduroy, Pimp, and Patterson? I think that him resting on Friday makes me like him a little better. I think they rested him on Friday because they're going to workhorse the shit out of him. And they better. That's the only shot that they have to win this game is Corduroy getting back to being the workhorse on all 3 downs, getting the pass catching work. And we know that the Bills, I mean, one of the ways you beat them is by dumping off to the pass catching running back. So they better fucking give him the ball a lot.
You know what? There was at one point I'm watching Red Zone last week, and they show a diagram thing, right? And a goddamn, it said like showing like the mathematical bullshit, and it was like they were showing the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons and saying like if the Falcons lose this game, it pretty much puts them out of mathematical elimination. You know what I mean? So they win, and I like that because now they resting him on Friday shows me like, all right, they still want to play like they have a chance, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that they this is still a meaningful game for them.
I mean, you come in, you go into Buffalo and you beat the Bills and you fuck up their playoff chances just a little bit. If nothing else, I mean, that's what some of these teams are playing for right now.
Well, a lot of times too. I mean, I don't believe in the. I believe in the motherfuckers trying to get his bag. So when motherfuckers get out there on a bad team, they try to put some tape on film. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Did that make sense? Tape on film.
I knew what
your mind made sense in your mind. Oh, it matters.
Yes.
Your version's better.
Yes. Thank you, Jesus. I love that Jesus is here. So I need to ask something like Jesus allows it.
And Nigel, good looking on the super chat, bro, said, "Has Boston's got a smash play if Jordan Howard doesn't play?" Hell yeah.
Goddamn right. And
solid. I mean, his floor is mid-level RB2 if Howard doesn't play. And I mean,
I'll say this.
shades of RB1. He could finish as a back-end RB1 if there's no Howard and they just force feed him.
Hey, listen, the one thing is that Jalen Hurts has been shown that he'll take the touchdown down there. You know what I mean? That's why I put him there, because all he needs is the 2 touchdowns. And we've seen Boston Scott have a handful of 2 touchdown games, you know what I mean, in his career. Like, he has a nose for the end zone with his little ass, you know what I mean? And like I'm saying though, like I still think he's an okay. He's like a fringe flex play with Howard there, just because like I think it's a positive game script for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a negative game script, that I could assume he would pile up hella more receptions. But if he's getting all the work or majority of it, that's where I think maybe he has a ceiling of back in RB1, but he got to fall in the end zone twice for real. You know what I mean?
What up, Life and Sports Talk with Jake? What's going down, bro? All right, here we go. Pulse Zero with a tough one. Huntley or Russie? Heard it's raining in Seattle. It's always fucking raining in Seattle. And then back to the Saints or the Cowboys, D. I'm going Huntley over Russ. I think it's going to be an ugly game in Seattle, and I think there's going to be a lot of ground and pound.
Who Russ and them playing again?
The Lions.
Yeah, I like the ground and pound narrative a lot with the bad weather stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go Huntley. We're gonna go upside.
And the Lions against the QB, they've actually been pretty solid against the QB. I mean, they're giving up the 12th fewest points to QB. So I mean, a little bit better than half.
He cost a lot of people probably chances to get in the chip, or if you had Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Because a couple weeks ago they shut his ass down pretty much.
Huntley going up against the Rams.
It did say that that Murray put up top 12 numbers that week, though.
Yeah, but it was a bad week.
It was a bad week, though.
It was a bad week in QBs. I will say this: the motherfucking Rams ain't no joke neither. But at least Huntley got his favorite target is their biggest weakness is the tight, against the tight end.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, because that's how people have been attacking them all year with the tight end. You know what I mean?
And then the second part of this question, the Saints or the Cowboys? I mean, Cowboys have been showing out for sure.
Yeah, I'm just playing the Cowboys, bro.
But I'm playing the Saints. I mean, I'm playing the matchup here. I mean, Kyler Murray shreds at Jerry World, and it goes all the way back in his entire lifetime. So
I like that intangible a lot. You know me, I'm like king intangible because I'm always going to try to find some shit that doesn't matter, right? But like, I understand Kyler Murray's going to put points up. He's Kyler Murray. I would assume it, especially in a big game right here in Jerry's world, because I feel like because of the intangible, he's finally going to wake up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Over the place. You know what I'm saying? Chase Edmonds' extension of him through the air. You know what I'm saying? I like it's even if you think about it, without Nuke, he gets a chance to actually move the ball around. You know what I'm saying?
And Washington, just for context, because that's who Dallas played last week, there's only 5 teams that have given up more points to a team defense than Washington. So Washington was a smash play last week. That Cowboys did what they were supposed to do. They were like the number 1 scoring defense on the week.
Point, though, is I like the aggressiveness of their pass rush. I love that. You know what I mean? Like they get takeaways on every side of that ball. You know what I mean? I mean on every level of that defense, I should say. You know what I mean? I need that.
Now for the Panthers, because you know I'm all about these matchups. If
Yeah.
you take away the first 3 games when CMC was like, there, they only have not given up a top 12 performance 4 times. And I say top 12. Let me rephrase that. Top 7. So Panthers are ass against Team D.
But would you play the Saints over the Dolphins?
I already said, someone asked that, and I picked the Dolphins over the Saints slightly.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're talking like,
See,
I mean,
here's the thing. It's not like we haven't seen this Cowboys defense do it. I think they have a takeaway every game. Like I just
might be close to that because of Diggs and his, what does he have, 11 now?
And I think yeah, he has 11, on the year. And I think it's gonna be a slow, methodical game for the Saints. They're just gonna smash them. Hard-nosed football, low scoring game. You know what I mean? And one of the more faster games on, as far as length of the game, like that, because they're just gonna smash, bro. You know what I mean?
Cowboys have been killing it. I mean, their lowest finish over the last 4 weeks is number 4 defense.
I'm saying, I can't get off that. Kyler's gonna make mistakes. You know what I mean? His little ass
is gonna like definitely hurt.
I think this has classic trap game written all over it. Like, everyone thinks that Dallas is just going to come in and smash. When the betting public is that much on a team, I'm just automatically going the other way. I think that the Cardinals are going to win this game.
What is it at? Is it at -3 Cowboys, -4? What is it?
Let me go check.
Because I think the Cardinals will cover whatever number it is. But as far as the defense, I think they'll rack up 4 sacks and a couple turnovers. You know what I mean? And one of them things liable to go to the house. They're the highest scoring defense.
I think that's what you're going to need to see for it to happen. Yeah, see, the point spread is -6 on Dallas. Arizona's covering that. Arizona's winning this game.
I don't know about winning the game. I still like Dallas.
I'd put money on it. If you asked me to bet, I'd throw a dub on it.
Is that how far gone I have came?
This is classic trap game written all over it. Like, it really is. Like, I mean, I bet you that there is so much money going on the Cowboys. I might go down to TJ and go fucking place a bet on the Cardinals just to be able to do it.
I'm legit gonna be in Disneyland on your birthday. You know, so we gotta figure something out to link up.
Oh yeah.
Birthday, but I'm gonna be there till like the Friday. I'm gonna be there like Tuesday through Friday, I think, or maybe even Saturday. I haven't figured it out yet exactly when I'm leaving. But I was gonna say, I'll take your bet, and we won't bet money. We'll bet something that we gotta do when we see each other. Or maybe we'll bet a blunt or something. Or, you know what I mean? We'll figure out the bet after.
I'm sure there'll be a couple blunts in the air. No matter.
I like the Cowboys in this one, bro. But I think the Cards cover that number. I think it's a close game. It's a slobber knocker. I think this is a game where Dak ain't gonna be sitting down on the bench.
Over under 51 and 51.5. So I mean, it's a big over under too.
Yeah,
they're expecting a lot of points to get scored in this game, and it ain't gonna be the Cowboys scoring all of them.
Okay, you know how you kill a Dan Quinn defense? This is how the Patriots did it for years when Dan Quinn was with the Seahawks. You do it with the pass catch running back. You know what I mean? Chase Edmonds should have a big game here. That's the key. That's the way you fuck him up. And Zach Ertz, too. And it's dope because Zach Ertz is familiar with this team. I read something like it's like this is the 18th time or something in his career he's playing these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Because he played them twice already this year, I think. Oh, no, they didn't. Either way, this is the second time playing them this year, but a second team. You know what I mean? You feel me? But I'm saying, like, that's how you get it. I mean, look at. Remember when Dan Quinn was with the Seahawks, right? And in that Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying, against the Seahawks. Yeah, they didn't run the ball in with Lynch. But you know how they killed him? With Shane Vereen through the air. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
Vereen had like 11 catches for like 112 yards or some shit like that. And he had 2 tugs. You know what I mean? Then Then here's Dan Quinn again in Atlanta in the Super Bowl in the greatest comeback ever. Who does Brady kill him? James White.
James White.
With James White. That's how you kill that offense. I mean that defense. The echo's kind of tight because I was making a point. You hear me twice. I'm saying though that I think Chase Edmonds is going to be in it. Now that I think about that, any Chase Edmonds questions I get, he's a play. He's a strong play to me.
Oh yeah. Let's see where we at.
I'm gonna make this bet on the sports book here on the SuperDraft. I'm gonna bet on that Cardinals win.
Oh, we could do that now?
Well, so I mean, it's not for real money.
Points.
It's for the points, and then you can trade those in for like Visa gift cards and shit like that.
Oh, tight.
Or fucking trips, dude.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't play that enough, and I need to start banking those points because who knows, they're gonna start doing
the wheel right now. It's 5
merch and shit like that. And
yeah,
5 point multiplier right now.
Fucking, what if they gave away a Tesla or some shit? I'm saying.
Hey.
I
need some of that. All right, let's see. And Pulse Zero said, any thoughts on AB if he's going to play? We talked about this a little earlier. I think it's a long shot that he plays. He tweaked his ankle in practice on Wednesday. He was limited in practice on Wednesday and then ended up, not practicing the rest of the week. We hate to see that.
Super Bowl aspirations is what the Buccaneers have. This is a game against the Jets. It's not one of those things you want to look back and be like, fuck. We shouldn't have let Antonio Brown go out there and get hurt against the Jets.
Yeah.
Agumbawale went off last week. They're just going to let their running backs run it.
Yeah.
The running backs run it.
Stokely Hampton, what up on Facebook, said, Hustler crew, desperate for a championship RB. Please pick one. Hunt, Stevenson, Hines, Agumbawale, Scott, Howard, Keyshawn Vaughn, Justin Jackson, Duke Johnson. Said PPR, appreciate y'all.
Hunt?
I'm rocking Hunt. The Steelers, they're fucking horrible against the running backs. And I mean, he already got back limited practice yesterday. And Thursday, not even yesterday. We didn't even see the full practice report.
He's ready
today because they're Friday.
Let's go check the injury report.
Because I like Hunt. I want the running backs that play against the Steelers.
Yeah, so he didn't practice on Thursday, limited go Friday and Saturday.
Okay, so it just says he's officially questionable.
It's officially questionable, yeah. And so if you don't want to weight that all the way down, I think out of all these, I mean, because there's a lot of question marks that you got on all these guys here.
I would play Stevenson or Vaughn if Hunt was like, Hunt is on a Monday night. That's what's crazy. So if we're going to move, not playing Hunt, it will be between
Stevenson, I think.
And man, I'd say it's a dead even match. It's a dead even play, man, because the secondary guys, but they're probably going to get a ton of work here. And
I like Hines as well. I think they're going to be running it a lot.
Here's the thing with Hines, man, is we're risking like 8 points being a ceiling because Hines definitely needs a touchdown. His involvement. His involvement in overall doesn't give me a safe floor. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I mean, but that's with the healthy Carson Wentz. He hasn't practiced all week. I mean, he's been dealing with the vid and all that.
That is a good point.
That's the only reason why I'm even on the Hines train because I mean it was going to be the QB play really, and I don't think after not practicing all week that Wentz is just going to come in firing on all cylinders.
Here's the one thing that's tricky about Stevenson too, I will say, is because it's the Jags, they're a bad run defense, but Damian Harris was questionable all week. And then so, a lot of times Belichick, if you're a guy that's getting in, more of the work in practice all week, you're going to get more work. And so that could be Stevenson, but he is coming off of COVID too. So I don't know how that was. You know what I mean? Like there's too much risk, but.
And if Howard doesn't play, I'd probably go Scott out of all these guys. But we're waiting it down to see if Howard's going to play or not.
I have a feeling, man. I have a feeling I'd be mad I dropped Scott and I'm going to have to roll like someone else.
We shall see. Nigel, good looking on the super chat, bro. Said I have Hurts. Is it a smart play? Boston Scott and Hurts in the same lineup. Only if Howard doesn't play is it a smart play.
Yeah, but it's also a desperation flex, I'm going to say, because he's going to get 10 or 12 touches. You know what I mean?
Well, we remember his big question. I mean, they were all among the desperation flex guys.
That is true. That'd be my favorite then.
Let's see. Derek, what up, bro? Shout out to the islands. Said pick one for the flex. Devontae Smith, Schultz, Jay Patterson, Kareem Hunt, Boston Scott, and then said if Howard sits, I'm definitely going Scott. I would too. Out of all these guys, if Howard doesn't sit,
I kind of want to go Devontae Smith, man. Fucking, they give up okay. If you look at Devontae Smith, the last couple of weeks, he even played Washington. He had a drop touchdown pass. It was right on him. He would have had a decent game, but but this is still a matchup that gives up a ton of yards to receivers every single week. They're number one QB1 production regularly to fantasy QB.
So the last time that he played Washington, he had 5 targets, 3 receptions, and 40 yards.
Yeah, but he had a drop touchdown. That was a big one.
Yeah. I mean,
but that's a game.
Let's say he gets that touchdown.
Okay,
he's going to go up to 13, 14. I don't know how many yards it was. Let's just say it was a 15-yarder. I mean, would have put him around 15 points.
Yeah. Hella happy.
I mean, you're hella happy compared to the rest of his games that have been single digits.
What about
he did put up a decent stat line this past week, though. 7 targets, 5 receptions, 80 yards, and a tug.
Yeah. It's the matchup again. I like it. I think that if you also look back, then they had Miles Sanders. He put up $130 on him. I think they put up 200 yards as a team on him. I know Jalen Hurts ran on him. He ran a couple in on him as well. You know what I mean? I like the upside. That's where I'm going with.
I really think it's Kareem Hunt. If Howard doesn't play, I would probably.
You got Hunt in there. Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm a little nervous about Hunt because he's only got into limited practice, but I mean, this is a game they need to win, and the way that you beat the Steelers is to run it down their throat.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm going Kareem Hunt. I do like your Devonta Smith call though.
It sucks that Hunt's on a Monday. That's really the thing that sucks.
Who are you gonna pivot to? James Washington. I'm not saying that's a bad pivot, but that's probably who is gonna be available. You know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe Donovan Peoples-Jones might be out there or something. You know what I mean? You might need a pivot if you're gonna wait down Kareem Hunt because we still don't know. They say he's official. It could be a thing. I am on the side that he's gonna play and you balls to the wall, but still have a pivot because anything can happen.
Yeah. Supreme Billard, what up? Said Justin Jefferson or Christian Kirk. I mean, I'm still going Justin Jefferson. I'm not playing Christian Kirk over him.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn, bro. This guy fucking Sean not a Manning.
Yeah.
Sean Onion.
Man, I mean, I guess you got to play him because I don't know, man.
He'll be all right. He's still an elite player.
Oh, Justin Jefferson will be all right.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson, he'll be all
right.
I don't think all right is the right word. I mean,
what I'm saying is if he gets enough targets and he catches the ball, he's going to do something with it because he's an elite player.
I think he gets a lot of garbage.
Got more upside than Kirk.
I'm going to go Jefferson. I think he gets a ton of garbage time.
I think he still puts up over 10 targets, and that's really what we need as a floor for him. Zach, what up, bro? He said my buddy gave me a ticket to the Winter Classic tonight, but just called me and said my dad gave it to someone else. Damn, what a kick in the nuts, he said. That's some bullshit.
That guy sounds like a liar, the guy that said I had the ticket originally. He probably gave it to somebody else.
Fucked up. That's fucked up. And yeah, Antonio said I got Burrow in WWF 1. Bro, I don't know how I overcame your team to make it to the championship in WWF 1. I really don't. Well, Alex Singleton was one of those guys. He had like 40 points or something.
Your defense wins championships.
Nigel, what up, bro? Said Colts versus Green Bay in the Super Bowl. I'm going Green Bay.
Yeah, I think I'd have to go Green Bay.
Going Green Bay.
Because then
I do
Rodgers
like the Colts a whole lot though. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna go. I'll go Green Bay. I like the home team in prime time
the
with
last dance.
Sean Nada Manning under center.
Last game of the year. Can't hold anything back now.
All right, let's see. Taylor said, honestly, though, fuck Lawrence. He's a bum.
He sure looks like it.
Fuck Lawrence.
Mike said Carson Wentz will play Sunday. Yep. I mean, you said activated and good to go. He's activated, but without any practice in the week, I don't think we can say he's a smash play, but he will play.
Antonio.
You're in a super flex and you needed him. You're hella happy.
Ooh, Antonio, he's ready for the challenge. He said, let me in the playoff league with you three. All right. Let me see. As of right now, how many people are wanting to lose? So we got 1, 2, 3. So it's Anthony and Zach that are in. Oh, and we're going to get Nigel in here as well, but I'll get you down, Antonio. Shoot me your email. I'm going to start putting some of these leagues together today. I'm still trying to figure out all the settings, and right now I can't figure out how to make it where it's the top 6 scoring teams advance.
Let's just do it on Fantrax.
Man, I hate Fantrax.
And you know why? Because that's the one I know how to use. I'm like, I want to learn something new.
I think I think it's just gonna be the way that it was last year. It is gonna be head to head, and either way, it's still gonna work out the same. Where it's the top the highest scoring, the top 50% of teams are gonna make it. Still gonna end up working that way, but I think it is gonna be head to head. But then there's more shit talking too when it's head to head, which I like. So I'll get you in. We'll get you in that one, Antonio.
Yeah.
Mike says Sleeper posted Wentz cleared COVID protocols and will start.
Yeah, we said that a little bit ago. I think it might have been before you even came in here that we said that. And Crazy, what up? Said, hey, boys, it's championship week. Pick 2, half PPR. St. Brown, Pittman, Wentz is back. Yes, we know. Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
I'm going St. Brown.
I'm going St. Brown as well for one of them.
Is Mike Evans back?
Well, I mean, he's a game time or game day decision, one of the two.
If Mike Evans, they play Mike Evans, I'll probably man, it's so hard to not play him. I gotta play him. It's against the Jets.
Over Pittman and over Christian Kirk, I would do the same thing, but you're weighting this all the way down to game time.
At least that's the earlier game. You know what I mean? And then I'd probably play Kirk over Pittman. I would actually.
I would too.
Yeah, because barring that other scenario, because I actually doubt that Mike Evans plays. That's why I reluctantly said I would play Mike Evans, because you would have to play him. He's fucking Mike Evans. You know what I mean?
Is that hamstring?
Yeah, exactly. Because that's a high, and this organization's not dumb. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when they were like, oh, you know, he's out there, he's like, you know, he's running around at practice and stuff. Because of course, like, you know, that they're process of bringing him back from a soft tissue injury. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta get him out there jogging first. Then the next week they got him out there cutting. You know what I mean? So I really don't think he's even plays this week.
It's not looking good. That's all I'm gonna say. It is not looking good. And Facebook user said, start Chase or Swift at the flex standard league.
At the flex.
It's tough to sit Swift. I mean, for anybody, but I'm just rocking Chase, man. I'm expecting a big game out of these Bengals wide receivers.
I try to find a way to play both of them, to be honest. And because I like the workload that I assume, you know, Swift to get, man. You know what I mean? But Chase Edmonds I don't think Connor plays, so he's gonna dominate touches, and like this is gonna be one of those higher scoring games, like even Vegas says. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking it was Chase Edmonds too.
That's like fantasy 101. Like, you know, pass catching running back, get him if he's attached to like a high projected point total. You know what I mean?
And Life in Sports Talk with Jake says I got to roll out the Bucks tomorrow. Cowboys D is probably more likely to give up points, in my opinion. I mean, I don't see the Jets scoring too many points, so that's definitely a good.
If they do, it's in garbage time, like extreme garbage. You know what I mean?
And I mean, we already 51 and a half for the over under on the Cowboys. I mean, both teams are going to score in the 20s. Like I don't see a scenario where both teams do not score in the 20s. Mm-hmm. And if you're playing a defense and they give up 20 points, that defense is not likely to be a top 12 defense.
You look, the reason I like the Cowboys is because they get the turnovers and they score and they do, you know what I mean? I like it. I know it's just one of those things. Like
you just got to remember the standard scoring defense that most people play.
I keep forgetting that shit.
It's like an interception and a touchdown is like 2 points. Like that's what sucks. Like if it's something stupid like that. It's like nothing. Like I remember playing the Patriots defense where they just completely fucking dominated someone. They got like 12 points or something like that. And they had like there's the game where they had like 5 interceptions and like 6 sacks and like a touchdown and like all this crazy shit. They got like 12 points. Like that's why team defense just sucks. It really does. Facebook user said, "Happy New Year's, brothers from Hawaii." Hell yeah. Shout out to the islands.
Aloha.
And Antonio said, "We want Peacock on the stream."
Yeah, the people want Peacock.
Hold on. Where is it?
Yeah. I know where.
And Chase said they'll fire Shermer and Javonte will be free next year. I mean, they're going to get rid of Gordon's ass, and then Javonte is going to be the dude next year. Emily, what up? Said, do I stick with the Dallas DST? I mean, you stick with them, but it depends on the options that you got as well. Because I would play Miami over them. I would play Chicago over them. I mean, Patriots probably aren't available, but I'd play the Patriots over them as well. 49ers over the Texans. I mean, I'd play them over Dallas.
Nah, hell no. 49ers will give up points through the air.
I mean,
but they'll get sacks though. That's for sure. But see, here's why
I don't think Judge Davis Mills Lane is gonna shred.
He is gonna shred. Listen, I'm like, it's funny because he's been the butt of our jokes early on, right? Like super early. Like I even wanted it to be Davis Mills before it was Tyrod Taylor. You know what I mean? Because Tyrod Taylor, remember, he was dubbed the Usher or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, bro, the Judge, man, he's gonna shred. He's like new Gardner Minshew to me. Just the guy he's another super underdog. No one will bank on him.
I really hope, because in that the best ball league that we got, I do have Judge Davis Mills Lane in there, and he's one of the reasons that I made it to the championship in the final 15 teams out of these 120 teams that started. So
smart.
If we get a Judge Davis Mills Lane, just big time game, and he's one of the reasons why I win this $1,000 best ball tournament. He's definitely going to get multiple drops.
Yeah.
Dion, what up, bro? Said, oh man, we got Hinton in here, or is that Hilton?
Kendall Hinton?
Is that a typo, or are you thinking about playing Kendall Hinton? We got Hinton, Evans, Vaughn, and Foreman.
Not a typo because the L wouldn't be by the I guess the L maybe.
I mean, it's kind of close. I mean, it's 3 over and 1 down. I mean, but that's a thumbs.
It's a fat thumb.
Do not play Hinton.
Yeah, don't play Hinton.
I'm not playing Hinton or Hilton. Fuck that.
Hinton he literally has hint in his name. He's like trying to let you know, like, listen, Brett, don't do it.
Don't do it. I'm going Keyshawn. Instead, hoping Cam gets some goal line work. Nah.
Is that a
No,
super
Keyshawn
play?
Vaughn's a good play. I think it's a pretty good play.
We
Maybe
just don't
run the
know
ball
about
the whole
we
time.
just don't know about Evans. I think I would rather play Vaughn over Evans. But
They just keep running the ball the whole time.
this is a Sunday morning question.
I mean, if Mike Evans plays, I play Mike Evans.
And David P says different defense this year for Jerry's World. It's definitely different, but we're talking about Kyler Murray's like entire history of playing at Jerry World, and the Cowboys aren't even included in all those games. It's just him playing in Jerry World. And Antonio said, my prediction is Murray has a horrible week and the Cowboys whoop the Cardinals. It could happen. And Emily said, would you sit St. Brown due to the weather?
No.
I don't think so, because I think he's still going to get double-digit targets.
Yes.
It's not going to be a wind issue. You know what I mean? The only matter of fact, when it's raining, I've always heard that like receivers have an edge actually, because a receiver knows his route. The corners got to react to the receiver. That's like unless he studied him that well, right? Because I'm saying, it's easier for you to make him juke a motherfucker in the rain, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you can just juke and just like slip.
Yeah, like if you're the corner that has to react, you know what I mean? It's like I always felt that. I think
It is gonna be raining tomorrow. It is gonna be raining.
Matter of fact, shout out to Peacock. Peacock actually said something like that to me. He was like, "Yeah, it's actually more advantage for the receivers, bro, because they know their route. The corner got to react. He might slip on reaction. You feel me?"
All right, we got to rapid fire this. Noble is awake, and he said, make me some damn food. This kid says, make pasta at 12:30 in the morning. Like, that's what he wants for breakfast.
Pasta, that sounds fire.
And, all right, so Facebook user, Tannehill in his revenge game. I wouldn't play the Dolphins D. I'm playing the Dolphins D.
I wouldn't play Tannehill.
Tannehill revenge game.
I love the revenge game.
Maybe
I forgot about that. Oh.
Maybe it's a Miami revenge game against Tannehill.
Yeah.
Hey, I had like the most revenge games this year. Like, bro, that shit was awesome. This is a good year.
And David P says, how much you want to bet? I'll throw 20. I'll throw 20 on that. But if I'm playing money line, it shouldn't be straight up money. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I mean, we can throw a dub on it. But if anyone who's that confident in the Cowboys, if I'm playing the money line, it should be like my 20 versus your 30 or something like that. Because whoever's taking the underdog minus 6 points. I mean, if I'm betting the casino, I'm getting 6 points, And Dion said, A.J. Dillon, Jay Williams, Emmanuel Sanders, or Claypool, pick 2. Going with the first 2.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Trey, what up, bro? Wentz been activated off COVID. Should I start him versus Vegas or Taysom Hill versus Carolina? Missing key defensive players due to COVID. So they've actually had a couple players get activated off COVID reserve, Shaq Thompson and Brian Burns. So that was 2 of their big-time players. I think I would still start Taysom over Wentz, though, because I want his rushing floor.
He knows his own division rivals very well. Sean Payton does.
Yes, sir. And Life and Sports Talk with Jake said Ronald Jones or Amon-Ra St. Brown in the flex. I'm going Rojo.
Yeah, I think so. Like I said earlier, they're going to be running the ball a lot.
I mean, he came off of 20 touches, bro. You playing?
Aaron, for Mike, Eagles fan, said Aaron Jones or Zeke, half PPR.
Zeke.
I'm going Aaron Jones.
I'm going Zeke.
I think I'm going to go Aaron Jones against Minnesota.
It's close either way.
Arizona's defense is not going to be able to handle that offense, bro. They got too many good receivers, and Zeke's just going to fucking plow through like 6-man boxes, bro. What are they going to do?
We shall see. We shall see.
Are they going to?
Cardinals just, I mean, look at what they did versus Jonathan Taylor last week.
Look at what Detroit just did to the Cards.
I just said Jonathan Taylor, and we're talking about Detroit now. Like, they caught him off guard completely.
No touchdowns. What he had 100 yards rushing, but no touchdown.
Here, I'll argue that. Jonathan Taylor put up 100 yards on a bad Jonathan Taylor day, right? But also, he didn't have Quentin Nelson or Kelly, the 2 starting guards on each side. You know what I mean?
We'll give him that. We'll give him that. But Zeke is definitely no Sharon Stone.
Yeah, that's true.
Bravante, what up? Said I need one full PPR. Penny, Damian Harris, Zach Ertz, Dallas Goddard, or Brandon Ayuk. It's between the running backs for me, and I'm leaning Dame slightly over Penny.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going Damian Harris for sure.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get off that Damian Harris play.
And Jack Jason on Twitch said, "Where did you hear that Corduroy didn't practice? I can't find anything on it. I heard it on Fantasy News yesterday when I said it, because I found it. And it's in the practice reports. You could go see. Just go search Falcons injury report. He got the rest.
But it was a rest day.
Yeah, it was a rest day. Like, so we're not concerned about him sitting.
Yeah,
I actually like that he sit on a Friday.
If you're concerned about injury, you could say maybe his production this past couple of weeks was because like he had been nursing some type of ankle injury for the better part of the second half of the year. You know what I mean?
Rested him all week. They said the pimp don't need to practice this week because you're getting 30 touches in this game. Well, you can see it on the injury report. It says not injury related. It says rest.
Okay, because good, but we still got to keep a pimp alert. You know what I mean? Because like tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? They pop up and they're like, oh, he's a healthy scratch or something. That's one of those big ones right there.
That better not fucking happen. Dion said Stevenson, Hines, or Gabe Davis. I have Taylor also. I'm leaning Stevenson.
Yeah, for sure.
Isaac, Kobe Myers or Russell Gage? I'll go Gage.
I'm going Russell Gage.
Playing Buffalo, yeah, I'm with it. I mean, the corners ain't that crazy.
T Money is normal PPR. What does your flex need to get for you to be happy? 12 to 15. I mean, shit, in a championship week. I mean, if he gets 20, I'm gonna be extremely.
Here's the thing, man. I'll be trying to make so many trades where every one of my joints is like dub or better. Like, you know what I mean? That's how I always I'd be trying to make trades like that.
Yeah.
If I got a flex, I'm trying to fill it up with a big dog running back. I'm addicted to doing that shit. This is the first year where it's like I accepted, like, I'll just take the best receiver if it's there too. You know what I mean?
And what up, Mike? Mike said, I want in. You got to go get signed up on Patreon to reserve your seat. So go to patreon.com/FFHustler420 and go get signed up, and you're going to reserve your spot into the league. It's a $30 buy-in, but now with all these crazy ass rules, everyone's got to pay sales tax on their league fees now.
Oh yeah, that's the he was talking about the playoff. I thought he was talking about like in general. Like
he's talking about the playoff leagues. Yeah, so go get signed up on Patreon, bro. That's how you reserve your spot. And Derek, what up, bro? I currently got Chubb in as my starting RB, but with Hunt possibly playing, you think he could eat into his touches? Should I play Jacobs, Ronald Jones, or Zeke? I'm not pulling Chubb. Do not pull Chubb.
Yeah, do not.
You play Chubb because he is the man.
Oh yeah,
shout out to Nick Chubb.
Hess, what up, bro? I like Bateman over AB. The more I think about it, Marquise not going to be featured with limited practice, and Bateman could have a repeat performance or better of last game with Huntley.
That's who? Not Jalen Ramsey and them.
Yeah, I'm not touching Bateman. Not in the championship.
You know what though? AB's not going to play, so he's probably going to play Bateman.
Oh, I mean, if it's literally versus those two, like, yeah, I don't think I've been on record since Thursday saying I don't think that AB is going to play now.
Yeah, if AB miraculously plays, I'd play him over Bateman.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, this is what we're talking about for Bateman's last week, or the last 4 weeks. 12 points, 1.5 points, 17 points, 0 points. Like, I'm not fucking touching that.
The 17-point game was with Huntley. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like this is
but if we're going off the track record, like double digits, single digits, double digits, single digits, and week 16 was the double digit game. So if we're just going off of this, scenario, this is going to be a single digit game for him.
It's going to be the rookies, right? A rookie throwing in a rookie quarterback Ricky Bateman, right? He's going to lean on the veteran tight end, which is a young veteran tight end, which is Mark Andrews. You know what I'm saying? Is he a veteran? He's 4 years now, right? That's when they consider you like a veteran.
Yeah. You make
But-
it over that 3 hump.
I mean, you got Jalen Ramsey and Darius Williams, bro. Like, those guys are nasty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Let's see here. T Money said, yeah, I got Green Bay definitely had 4 picks and 5 sacks versus the Browns last week and only got 11. See, there you go, man. Like, that's shit.
Well, you know why? They started giving up. If
It's
you
the points. They gave up the points.
then it's all right. That's why some leagues you could choose whether it goes negative or not. I let it go negative. Sometimes it even go worse, but those sacks and points that can't get taken away unless it's on negatives. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they gave up 22 points to the Browns. Not even an insane, point total in the NFL.
That's probably Yahoo.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know if that was Yahoo or not. He didn't say, but I mean,
You know what?
standard scoring for team defense just sucks. Like there's no.
Any way I could juice it up, I juice it up in Yahoo. But next year, I'm probably just gonna move them all to IDPs because that's just more fun.
Crazy.
Hell yeah. Because even if it was like three or four IDP players like on each team, everyone can fit 3 or 4 IDPs. It's just gonna make the league more interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of leagues, like if you get scored on, you lose like 4 points immediately. It's like crazy.
Yeah, I hate team defense. I mean, it's the scoring though. It's not team defense that I hate. It's the scoring that I don't like. Because like, what's his name? IDP Iggy. I mean, with his crazy ass defensive scoring, I mean, there was defensive scoring like 60 points, in the week when they were doing some crazy ass shit. So that's really what it is for me. It's the scoring that's whack. Supreme Billard said, please help Justin Jefferson or Christian Kirk. We helped you over an hour ago, bro. We said Justin Jefferson. And let's see. I also have Swift, Javonte Williams, and Jeff Wilson. Do I start Wilson if he starts against Houston? Elijah Mitchell is trending in the right direction. Trey Sermon he's activated, like he's gonna play. I think it's a crapshoot with any of these running backs this week.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Swift.
If it's no Mitchell, Wilson's only he's gonna be the guy that because they're gonna need what's his name, Hasty, to be like a return man too, because he's gonna play special teams. Because that's why another reason why Trey Sermon came on hella slow. He wasn't willing to play no special teams, so what I mean. It even made him healthy scratches at points before he got hurt. And put on the IR. So now he's back. He's just gonna be like in a relief mode. I still like Jeff Wilson if there's no Mitchell. You know what I mean?
And David P says, "Why do you need the points? You said the Cardinals are winning. Oh, are you afraid? You're afraid to give up a couple points? I thought the Cowboys were going to beat them by like at least a touchdown. So I don't need them, but I'm gonna say if we're gonna play money line, it should be like your $30 versus my $20 or something like that. That's all I'm saying." And Robert, what up, bro? First fantasy championship in 5 years. Let's get it. Said just looking for a wide receiver too. OBJ, Terry, Gallup, Ayuk. I'm going OBJ.
I kind of want to go Ayuk.
OBJ, Terry, Gallup. I like OBJ because I want to get a piece of that bad Ravens secondary. Right?
Horrible Ravens secondary. They gave up 500 yards to Joe Burrow last week.
And Joe Burrow's baby goat. Mighty, you know what? I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna say what I always say. He's Mighty Joe Young. He's that much yes.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Mighty Joe Young.
If he comes out big dick swinging against Patrick Mahomes, he's gonna get that drop. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Yeah, we need it.
And Robert said, thoughts on Jarrett Patterson? He's one of those desperation flex plays who should be getting a grip of work versus a mediocre run D, and he should be getting some pass catching work.
Yeah, he probably gets like maybe 70 all-purpose yards.
He's small. Just gotta remember that he's a small guy. He's 195 pounds, and I think 5'8" or something like that. He's a small guy, so he's really good. He's really good, athletic player. But like I said, I wouldn't expect a lot.
No, they didn't. They didn't just activate J.D. McKissick. He got put on IR again. He's out.
Yeah.
Hit the buzzer.
Don't mess with me, bro. Hold on. Let's see.
No, there's no way they just put him on IR.
Yeah.
That was less than 3 weeks ago, so he wouldn't even be eligible. If he is, then he would be a play.
Yeah, that was 11. That was 11 days ago that he got added to IR. No way. He needs minimum 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Desperation flex play.
All right, what are you talking about, Ronald? Are you talking about J.D. McKissick? Because that's false information. What J.D. you talking about? Because I know you don't purposely.
Is he talking about Jonathan Williams? Maybe is he mistaken? Did he?
I don't know. Who the hell are you talking about, Ronald?
He didn't hit the D's on the W. Maybe Jonathan. Maybe he meant to say JW.
Or maybe Wendell Smallwood. I mean, I know it's not really JD, but I mean, just trying to think. And let's see, where are we at? All right, let's rapid fire a couple more of these. Davis said, should I start Brandon Cooks, DeAndre Swift, or Tyler Boyd? I'm starting Cooks.
Yeah. 49ers secondary's ass.
Yeah, I'm for sure starting up Brandon Cooks this week.
Hopefully
Andrew,
he's not all fucked up off of COVID though. But we play him. He's in the smash spot.
Yeah, for sure.
And Andrew said DJ Moore, Michael Carter in the flex. I'm going Michael
Carter.
Joseph on Facebook says, hey, homies, Sony Michel or Patterson this week. Which Patterson, Corduroy or Jay Patterson? I'm assuming Jay Patterson, and I'm going Sony Michel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Sony.
Hell yeah.
And Hess says, you like Patterson over AB if he plays. I don't think AB plays. I really don't.
And we'll know in the morning. You know what I mean? We'll know they play on the same time slot. So with that said, it's like, hey, you'll be able to throw into the desperation volume play of Patterson.
And Robert said Chicago or Miami D. I mean, this is close. You could split hairs and go both ways with it. I'm still going Miami over Chicago.
I like Chicago because it's safe, but Miami is like it's safe and it has hella upside.
And our championship matchup is literally Miami versus Chicago.
Yeah.
Damn.
I fucked up and I should have made Chicago my first waiver claim to cockblock Bogard.
You never know, that might have helped you though, because maybe what if you would have forced me to play Kansas City and they go like 2 pick sixes on crazy Joe Burrow? You know what I mean?
Hey. Shit happens.
Yeah.
Zach, what up, bro? So I got to decide between Boston Scott, Jeff Wilson, Pittman, Devonta Smith for my second flex option, half PPR, and then need to decide between Freiermuth and Everett at tight end. I'm going Devonta Smith out of all these. If Jordan Howard doesn't play, I will pivot to Boston Scott.
Yeah, I'm with that.
And then the Freiermuth or Everett, I'm leaning Everett right now.
So I'm still going to go Freiermuth.
I'm going Everett.
What up, Robert? So what's good, fellas? I learned a lot this year with all the advice. Thank you and Happy New Year. Can't wait for your playoff leagues, Hustler. 420 crew, stand up. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Happy New Year, bruh.
Make sure you go get in. Make sure you go get signed up on Patreon, Robert, if you're not already there, because that's step one. I'm going to start setting some of these leagues in the next day or two. And David P said, you sound scared wanting the points. I mean, it's just simple math. I could bet you $20 or I could bet the casino $20 and I'm getting points if I bet the casino. So, I mean, that's just what it is. If I bet money line, I'm going to get more money because of it. So that's all it is. It's just a smart play by myself. And Zach said, we already, come on, man. Don't spam the chat, bro. And T Money said, Ayuk, Mike Williams, or Gage in the flex. I feel like they all have positives and negatives for sure. I'm leaning Gage.
Yeah, because man, it sucks. Ayuk turns into like you need a big play, or he's like big player bust.
You're just worried with Trey Lance. So that's what you're worried about.
Yeah. And Bowl on the line too. You know what I mean? But like, I mean, theoretically they've had a week of practicing. You know what I mean? So he's like a WR4 though, for sure. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. You know, you really do need the big play. I can't say he gets nothing but more than like 4 targets, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like it, Davies. I'm just messing with you, bro. I never bet on the Cowboy games. It backfires on me every time. I believe it. I believe it. And Ronald said, yes, I don't know what I was reading. I'm pretty high. All right. Well, there we go. All right. I was so confused. I was so confused. Oh, it was Jerick McKinnon. I always mix those two up. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, they activated him off the COVID. Or no,
Yeah.
was it COVID
or the practice squad? Like, I don't even know. Jerick McKinnon, he's fallen he's fallen pretty far from grace. I'm high and dyslexic, so I apologize. Don't worry, Ronald. My dyslexia always gets in the way of some of my words as well.
How the mighty have fallen.
AMG said, who's expected to start in Washington? Jay Patterson.
Yeah, Jarrett Patterson.
That's who we are. At least that's where all the signs are pointing.
You know, there'll be another body mixed in there, like Jonathan Williams, but like it's just
Kyle Allen.
Hey, Ronald, I didn't accuse you of putting in fake info. I said I knew that you purposely wouldn't give us fake info.
Yeah, we did say that.
Yeah, because every time you put in shit in here, news and stuff, you're always spot on. So I knew that you were reading something wrong or something.
Yeah, he did say that. We said, so I know I'm high, but he can rewind it. We said something along the lines of that.
Yeah. All right.
Wait a second. You're like, well, he wouldn't. You're like, he wouldn't be wrong. Let me look it up. And then that's exactly what you said.
I just can't read. No worries, bro. No worries. Amon-Ra St. Brown or CD Lamb for the Facebook user. Last question here. I'm going CD.
Yeah, I go CD Lamb.
I'm going CD Lamb for sure too.
Lamb chops.
Yeah. All right. Let's get up out of here. Bogart, let them know where to find you at.
Hey, you can follow me at the GMM Network on the gram. And so you can sub the GMM Network on YouTube. And we're here every day. You feel me? This thing don't stop. Championship weekend. See y'all more than likely later tonight. I'll definitely tap in on the late night tip. You know what I mean? And yeah, good luck to everybody. Let's go. Don't not pay attention to everything that's going on right now.
Oh yeah, this is not the time to stop paying attention. JC Money, let them know.
Hey, SuperDraft Pro, make sure if you guys get on that today. If you're on SuperDraft Pro with us, you need to make sure that you get your games in by 3 o'clock or by 4 o'clock my time. So 4 o'clock Central. So in an hour. It's going to be, the OSU game versus Utah. So you need to get in there and get that game done. Some players, if you want some players to play. So Travion Thomas, he's a running back from Utah, and this is supposed to be a revenge game. So if you want a revenge narrative, he's a guy. But some of the biggest names to play today is going to be C.J. Stroud. He's the quarterback from Oklahoma.
Go ahead. Just give your lineup while we're going through.
There's a couple of good ones we could do. I mean, if you want to go probably the best way, you're going to go with the quarterback, right? I mean, that's what I would assume most people would do. Would be C.J. Stroud. And then Smith and Jigba, he's a wide receiver I would start. And then Henderson is Travion Henderson. He's a running back from OSU. Those are the three guys I would for sure start. And Rising is the quarterback from Utah. So those are the guys that I would start. And then Thomas. But there's some other guys you can play. Kincaid is a guy from Utah you can play. He's a wide receiver. Covey is a wide receiver. Kuthi is a wide receiver. These are like other guys you can play. They're going to be higher multipliers. But the first guys I played you are going to be what pretty much everyone's going to play.
All right. And you guys already know where to find me at. Just go to fantasyfootballhustler.com. Go subscribe everywhere. Go get signed up on Patreon to make sure that you get a shot at these NFL playoff leagues. The drafts start on January 10th, but don't push it back that far. There's already a grip of people who want to play. So you want to make sure you get in there. Go get signed up right now. Patreon.com/FFHustler420 or go to fantasyfootballhustler.com. It's the top link. You'll find the SuperDraft Pro link in there to get signed up and everything. And we got bringing you some Saturday late night tips, just the tip only. We're starting at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific, probably be rocking for an hour or two. So make sure you come get in, get to all your late night tips. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Are you ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
I just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile. Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
VIP me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money.
Hold out here for a pill. When he tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.